What's up YouTube? This is Mal and today I got another video, and this one I think is going to be really popular because it's on how to increase your income, and everybody loves making more money. Who doesn't? I think I definitely do. But this one's a very special video because it's how to increase your income if you're only making $15 to $25 an hour. All these strategies are very easy if you're making a lot more money. Let's say you're an engineer or you work in the health space. You have a lot more disposable income that you can use to increase your income by making investments in real estate or starting your own businesses. But if you're a low earner, only making $15 to $25 an hour, then we have to use a different path. And that's what I'm going to lay out for you guys today. So there's no more excuses. Anybody who's making in between this can start these immediately and see increases over time. So again, 10x is just a concept, and what it means is that we're essentially adding a zero to the end of whatever you make currently. So for an example, let's say you may bring home $2,000 in the month. We're simply adding a zero, and we're trying to figure out how to get to $20,000 a month within the next 5 to 7 years, right? Which can seem like a very daunting task, but as long as we follow these strategies, it'll help us get close to that. And even, let's say we only hit half of this. Let's say we only get to $10,000 a month in 5 to 7 years. Would you be disappointed? I know I wouldn't be. So let's begin to look at these strategies. Now, there's a short-term solution, and then there's a long-term solution. So the short term is here so we can get some quick wins in order to position ourselves to be able to start the side hustle, which is the longer term solution. So let's take a look at how we can get these quick wins to increase our income as quickly as possible. So the first thing that you can do is adjust your W-4 form, and this is by far the easiest thing you can do. If you got more than $1,000 on your tax return, instead of giving that money to the government, just simply keep it in your paycheck. Just adjust your tax so that they withhold less than $1,000 or get close to this, because you don't want to owe the government money at the end of the year anyway. So you got to do some math. I'm sure there's a lot of W-4 calculators out there that you guys can use and get to the right number. So I did this year, and I increased my paycheck by $80 a month simply by filing paperwork with HR. Now, this may not seem like a lot, but if you're not making a lot of money, this can definitely increase that cash flow crunch that a lot of people have. And then the next thing that you can do is you can ask for a promotion or raise at your current job. I mean, simply just go to your manager and then ask them, hey, look, I'm trying to move up. What do I need to do to get to that position or get a raise? And they'll literally tell you what to do, and just do it. I mean, it's as simple as that. A lot of people are afraid to ask for promotions or raises at their work. But remember, we're focused on a specific goal and a lifestyle that we want to achieve. We're not so much trying to be happy at work. That's not the main goal of this. We have a lifestyle that we're trying to achieve. We're trying to hit that number. So anything that can increase our income in the short term is a positive. Now, if you really don't like your job, then you have another option, which is improving your skill set to get a better paying job. And we're not talking about going to college. If you're over the age of 25, that ship has passed. We're looking for short-term solutions. So maybe you could get a certification in 3 to 6 months. Maybe you could become a police officer, or you could work for the state, something that pays a little bit more money. It's more guaranteed, and it only takes 3 to 6 months to do. So look into jobs where you can get certifications and training and a better paying job. Even becoming like an HVAC technician or some of these jobs start you off at, say, $23 an hour. So if you're only making 15, look into improving your skill set so you can make a big jump like this, because this will make a big difference. And then the last option is, let's say you ask for promotion, you're still waiting on your manager to get back to you, or it's going to take some time. And if you really want to increase your income quickly, you got to get a second job. If you are single and you don't have any kids, you need to be working a minimum of 60 hours a week. And if you're a guy, it probably should be closer to 80 hours a week. And simply just by doing this, you double whatever you're making currently. Even if you were only making minimum wage at $15 an hour. If you were just to double that, I mean, you'll be making close to almost $5,000 a month. And that is nothing to sneeze at. That's a lot of money. And it can help solve a lot of the issues that we have, especially if you have a lot of debt or you want to invest in a side hustle, which is the long-term solution. So let's say we completed the short-term stuff. We now have excess cash flow of $1,000 a month. Now we can start investing that into our side hustle. And just to get some ideas for side hustles, it has to follow certain rules and guidelines. And this is sort of the strategy with the velocity banking principles. And my strategy when it comes to this is it needs to have low upfront costs. You can't be investing $1,000 or more into a business, especially if you've never started one before, because we don't have the opportunity to fail multiple times. We can't. So it has to have a low upfront cost. It must have a medium barrier to enter the market, right? You don't want to do something that's easy, like selling bracelets. Like literally anybody could sell bracelets. But what not everybody can do is teach somebody how to improve a skill set, right? You have to have mastery over certain skill sets in order to have a barrier to enter that market, right? So that's why I put these jobs up here, or these side hustles. So looking at the side hustles that are very popular that we can start is consider becoming a culture consultant. Again, if you have a specific set of skills, and a lot of people need to think outside the box. I mean, even just teaching somebody how to play basketball is a certain skill. So if you're a very good basketball player, let's say you're not even the best, but you are pretty decent, you can essentially start to coach people, younger kids, on how to improve their basketball skills and charge them based off of value, not your time. And this is another concept that you guys got to ingrain in your system. We need to start moving away from getting paid based off of our time, $15 to $20 an hour, and get paid off of value that we create. So when you get paid off of value, you can charge increased prices. I mean, how valuable would it be, let's say, if you wanted to improve your health, if you wanted to lose weight, a coach that could get you there in half the time? How valuable would that be to the person? So those are some of the things you have to keep in mind. And then the next thing that you need to focus on is you do need a brand or following. I see this all the time. There's a lot of people who just jump in and they want to invest so much money in a business and they don't even have an Instagram or a Facebook page. It's like, where are your clients going to come from? How are you going to market yourself? You need to build a brand in order to have a successful side hustle. So those are some of the things that you have to keep in mind. And then some of the other options that you guys can consider is a service-based business. I started a photography and videography service, and that's something where you can charge a high amount of money just for a short amount of work. So that's something you also can consider. Becoming a content creator, which is very similar to a service-based business, but this is starting your own YouTube page, and then selling online courses. So all these can also be stacked together. You don't necessarily have to just choose one. You can stack them together. But if you want to focus on one, you could just select one of these. All these follow these guidelines. They're low upfront costs, medium barrier to entry, and get paid off of value instead of time. And for some more ideas, if you want to pick an industry and you have no idea, some of the most high value industry where people are willing to pay you tons of money are finance, health and wellness, which is like working out, losing weight, improving your health, and relationships. So these three industries I've seen have the highest return on investment. So a lot of people are willing to pay more money. They're willing to pay a premium in order to solve these things. So that's all I have for you guys on this video. I hope this was very informational and get you guys to start to architect the type of career and lifestyle that you want and seeing how everything fits together. And one thing I didn't also mention is that these things also provide flexibility. So So it allows you to work on these things even if you have a 40-hour week job, or you're working even 60 to 80 hours a week. You could still do these things in the time that you're not working here. So that's all I got for you guys today. I'm sure you guys will like this video. This will be a very popular video, and I'll have more for you guys in the future. Talk to you soon.